Hi everyone, Joshua Stuck here with another Woodsy Dude video. Today I'm in my workshop and I'm going to show you how you can take an everyday lighter and modify it so it is even more useful. Stick around. All right, to make this lighter even better, we're going to add some modifications to it by placing Gorilla Tape down here at the bottom. We're going to take on the top and wrap this with some hemp wick that is coated with beeswax so that you can light the beeswax, and you basically have now a small little candle that will keep burning and you can use that to help you start your fire without wasting all of the fuel inside your lighter. And then in the middle, we have right here a little bit of bank line that is wrapped up that we can use for anything that you would ever use any kind of small cordage for, snares, helping you tie up your shelter, all that kind of stuff. And then the whole thing on the top part is covered by a bicycle inner tube that you can get at your local bike shop. You just walk in and ask them if they have any used, damaged bicycle inner tubes from like a 10-speed bike, and they usually have a whole bunch. They'll just give them to you and you can cut them up and use them to cover the whole thing. I like to cover it because then it doesn't stick in my pocket or unravel or do things like that. Plus, if you need to, you can use the rubber inner tube to help you light your fire, all that kind of stuff. So now I'm going to show you how we're going to put this whole thing together. All right, for this project, all you're going to need is some 1-inch Gorilla Tape, some bank line, this is organic hemp wick. It's Eric X Light, all natural, 200 feet, natural wicks, 100% organic beeswax, 100% organic hemp. This I found on Amazon. I'm not brand loyal or anything like that. I just happened to find this and it works really, really well. It already comes impregnated with the wax, and you could make your own if you wanted to. You could take some sort of either hemp or probably 100% cotton string or something and dip that in beeswax until it soaks, and then use that if you really want to go all DIY. But this stuff comes already in a nice spool like this, and it makes it super, super easy. Like I said, a old inner tube from a bike that is no longer working. I just cut off sections as I need it, and some kind of a multi-tool. And I'll show you now what we're going to do to put it all together. So for starters, I like to take this little metal tab off of the lighter. It makes it more difficult to light. You have to really press down in order to spin the wheel, and in cold weather and so on, it makes it more difficult. So I like to pop that off so it's just a lot easier. That's where the multi-tool comes in. I just grab the end here and pinch it with the multi-tool, pull that out, and now I've got a much easier lighter to spin down. I like to put the Gorilla Tape on next on the bottom. The reason I put it on first is because that way I have sort of I can tell by how thick I wrap the end here how much I want to wrap the bank line and then the wax wick. If I put those on first, I don't know how wide, I want to give myself enough room. Next, I wrap the bank line around. Just take your time, go around nice and neat. If you want more bank line and less wick, then you could make this section, come way up here. If you want more wick than bank line, then you could add less bank line and have more wick. It all depends on whatever you want. I like to make it about 50-50 as far as bank line and wick. So I come up about that far, then I wrap it back down towards the Gorilla Tape. The reason I start at the Gorilla Tape, work my way this way, and then come back down is so that when I peel this up from this direction, the end of the bank line is down here, and I can pull that off instead of having to pull this all the way down to get to the bank line end. So that way I can access the bank line this way, and I can access the wick from the top. Plus, the wick being at the top only makes sense for when you want to light it. Wrap this around. Take your scissors from your multi-tool or scissors from the house or your knife, whatever you want to use. And now you've got your bank line wrapped. Last thing is going to be the wick. So now I'm going to wrap the top end with my wax wick. I start at the top, work my way down towards the bank line. Once you reach down towards the bank line, then you just work your way back up for a second layer. When you've reached the top, cut it off again with your scissors, your knife, whatever. And now you have your Gorilla Tape, bank line, wick, all modified now to give you a lot of different options to help you. So now you have all three sections, and then I like to cover the end here with the inner tube to hold all this in place so it doesn't unravel, the wax doesn't stick in my pocket, anything like that. So I just mark off where I need it to be, cut that off with my scissors, again, or your knife. And then you just simply slip this over the end, holds everything in place. Now you have a modified lighter that gives you a lot more options. There you have a modified lighter, taking a regular lighter and making it just a little bit better, a little more helpful. I'd love to hear in the comments whether or not you made one and how it turned out for you. I'm Joshua Stuck with another Woodsy Dude video. Thanks for watching.